Hey YouTube, Rook here from Rook Geek Goodness, my little channel on the interweb for all things geeky and cool. In this video, guys, we have a vinyl figure review. Not a Funko review, which is of course what vinyl figures are, but we're doing something a little different, something I've never yet reviewed, Vinimates. Think of them as bigger, taller Minimates, but without any articulation at all. They are staction pieces, they do not move. You know, if you look at Minimates, like my little Guy Gardner figure here, there's lots of points of articulation, the head moves, the legs move, they have accessories. These guys here don't support any of that, and I'm okay with that going into this particular review. When I saw these on the shelf originally, I thought there was articulation because they look like they have it, but they don't. So let's actually talk about where these come from. They're produced by a company called Diamond Select. Diamond Select is very, very popular, mainly in the comic book market, because they handle all the distribution from most comic book stores of their sub-company called Preview Comics. If you see a lot of comic book stores, you see all the comics on their shelves, most of those comic book stores order from something called Preview. Preview Comics is a sub-company of Diamond Select. Now, Diamond Select puts out the Minimates, these little guys here. They also put out a lot of the Star Trek product you may see. A lot of the big starships with the lights and the sounds, that's all Diamond Select, guys. They do some action figures, they do a lot of, I think they do some horror stuff as well, but the two main properties that they really handle are Minimates and the Star Trek stuff. Those are the two big things they really handle. So what we're looking at right now, for people who are not familiar with my channel, I'm a massive Green Lantern fan. People like Superman, people like Spider-Man, people like Captain America, Thor, they might like Wonder Woman, Batman. I'm a Green Lantern guy, and I've always been one since the 90s. So see these on the shelf, I was super, super happy. So we have two we're looking at right now. First one we're looking at is the actual traditional Green Lantern. I got him at Toys R Us. I went there kind of on a toy hunt. I was looking around. I didn't shoot any video of this guy, and I was really happy to get this guy. The price point for both this one and the Black Lantern are $10 for each one. So $10 for Green Lantern, $10 for Black Lantern. So I'm going to do up-close shots of all these particular products so you can see them, what they look like in the packaging in my light box. The next one we have, of course, is the Black Lantern one. This is what makes this one a little bit different. This is a Walgreens exclusive. You cannot get it anywhere but Walgreens, which is kind of surprising. I knew about going into this figure. I saw it at I think it was at the Toy Fair. It might have been Toy Fair this year, and they showcased this guy here. And I was like, ooh, gotta get me one of these. And of course, he does have the Walgreens exclusive sticker here. And there is some differences between the black one and the Green Lantern figure. So I'm gonna come back from a cut in a second with these guys out of packaging so you can see what they look like. Alright guys, we're in our breakdown segment looking at the Vinimates Green Lantern and Black Lantern Walgreens exclusive. But before I do anything, I want you guys to see kind of the scale that I'm talking about here. I showcased it off at the beginning of the video. This is the Minimates Guy Gardner figure. This guy has all sorts of articulation. There's all points of articulation on this actual figure. The head moves, the arms go up and down, there's accessories, the legs move. If you're not familiar with Minimates, they're actually pretty cool little figures. But I wanted you to see what the scale difference would look like when you compare these figures. So these guys are much taller than the smaller Minimates. So I'll take this guy out of the shot. Now, if we look at the actual Green Lantern, Black Lantern, you may just think they're a straight up variant. It kind of looks that way at first glance, but there's a lot going on. If I'll turn it to the side, you can see what I'm talking about as I keep going here as I spin these figures around. It does look like just a straight repaint. The green and black and the white trim, but there's a lot more paint apps on the Black Lantern one than it is on the Green Lantern one. So I'll get kind of closer to the Green Lantern one so you can see what it looks like. I do like the head. Again, it does not move. It looks very similar to the Minimates, as I just discussed here. I'll kind of get him in the shot so you can see what he looks like. But very similar to the construction of a Minimate in this new Vinimate sort of brand. And he does look really, really nice. They are blocky. That's how they're designed. They come across very, very blocky. And I like how they look. I like the look in his face. The face looks really, really cool. And of course, the ring construct. That's glow coming out of the ring. I think it looks really, really nice. Now, if we look at the Black Lantern one here, he looks cool as well. He's more of a mean look on his face because he is kind of evil. And there is a lot more paint going on. At least there's a lot more detail and deco on the Black Lantern one than opposed to the actual Green Lantern one. You can see what I'm talking about. There's a lot more paint on these particular figures. And I do think the lot more paint here really showcases on the black one. Again, same price point, $10 US. And what makes him really, really really cool. If you look at the construct on both their fists, you can see that the black one here, they just didn't reuse the Green Lantern one, this one here. They retooled the actual Black Lantern one, so you can see kind of, it looks like it's withering, like it's coming off the ring like it's in these tendrils, as opposed to this bright burst effect off the actual Green Lantern one. So I think it was really, really cool the way they actually did that. And I think they look really, really neat. Now, one thing that's really, really cool about these, if you think about it, they're staction pieces. Meaning, as I said in the beginning of the video, these do not move. There's no articulation. Think of them as small little statues. That's kind of what they are, in my opinion. They're small little figures that kind of take the place of statues. You know, if you look at a statue, let's say a hot toy statue, or let's say a Sideshow collectible statue. My big, huge Green Lantern one, which is 2 feet tall. That's a very fragile, very expensive statue, and it takes a big, big amount of space. This one, for $10, you get sort of like a little mini statue, takes a very small footprint, and it's extremely durable. They're not going to break, they're not going to crack, they're not going to fall apart like a statue. So I do like how they're very, very durable, and they hold up. You could give these guys a beating and they actually withstand the test of time. So I think all in all, these are really, really cool vinyl figures, and we'll go to final thoughts and wrap up this video. Alright guys, final thoughts on the Vinimates Green Lantern and Black Lantern Walgreens exclusives. I like both these figures, mind you. Again, I'm a little bit biased because I'm a Green Lantern fan, but for the price point and what you get, I think it's really, really cool. Yes, they are not Mini-Mates, so going into it, if you're thinking you're going to get this level of articulation in these big figures, think again. These are straight staction pieces. You do not get any articulation with these guys whatsoever, and I'm alright with that. I think the amount of detail and the way they look and the presentation looks really, really cool with these guys. I thought these were just straight variant repaints, and they're not. There's a lot of difference between the Green Lantern one and the Black Lantern, like I mentioned in that breakdown portion of the video. The difference of the way the paint looks, the difference of the actual construct on his fingers, on the actual ring, looks really, really cool. I definitely think this is a buy if you like A, Vinimates, or B, if you like Green Lantern. Now, if you don't like both of those points, you may want to steer clear from both these figures. If you may like just Green Lantern, you may just go with the Black Lantern one, in my opinion. You get the really cool exclusive Walgreen sticker on it, and he has a little bit different amount of paint apps as opposed to the standard Green Lantern one. So if you only had to buy one, on this situation, I'd go with the Black Lantern one as opposed to the Green Lantern one. And if you're not a fan of either of those 2 points, then steer clear of this particular figure. It is a staction piece, like I said, and what you see is what you get. In my opinion, at $10 each, it's definitely worth your money. So I hope you liked this video. Definitely click that subscribe button. As always, you'll see my P.O. Box over here if you want to send anything for Q&A, or if you want to send anything for me to review. I'd love to do it. And last but not least, you can click Windows over here to watch more of my videos. Take care, guys. I'll see you next video, and bye-bye.